Hey everyone, Soundwave84 here with an episode of Talkin Boss. In this episode of Talkin Boss, we're going to talk about the future figure from Earthrise Cliffjumper. Is he Legends class? Is he Deluxe class? Or is he just a Legends class at a Deluxe class price point? We'll talk about all these things that people are talking about online to do with Cliffjumper. We're going to talk about his scale, his price point, and his parts forming. But before I get all into that, if you're not a subscriber, I want you to smash that subscribe button. Like I smashed my wife at night, don't forget to hit the like button and click that bell notification icon to be notified of all my future videos. First thing I'm talking about is scale. I got this picture right here I made. I'm going to give credit first. PRIMEVSPRIME has already reviewed some of these Earthrise figures. I will link his video to this down in the description below so you can check out the review for yourself. He's also released pictures online, and if anybody uses them, please credit him. And I have one picture of his. I'm about to show up with some pictures I have taken, and I will credit you here verbally and down below. Alright, so here's the picture right here. The very bottom one is PRIMEVSPRIME's. Top two are mine. So you can see that he has his Legends class Bumblebee. It ends right below the very top of the chest of the Earthrise Cliffjumper. Now, my Bumblebee ends right at the nose of Beachcomber and of Roadburn. So we can tell by looking at these pictures, the width of the Cliffjumper is probably similar to the width of Beachcomber. Probably a little bit wider in the torso and the waist area, but the arms are probably built similar as they are to Beachcomber. Also, look at this picture here. You can tell that the Earthrise Cliffjumper will still be taller than your current Legends class figures that you have from Titans Returns, Power of the Proms, or even Combiner Wars. This Cliffjumper here from Earthrise will stand approximately 4 inches tall, whereas yours from Legend class from before are about 3 3/4 inches tall. So yes, this new Earthrise Cliffjumper will throw out your scale of your current Legends class figures. Now, if you're not a big scale stickler, this might not matter to you so much that you're now just getting an official Cliffjumper toy. Another photo from PRIMEVSPRIME here shows Cliffjumper next to Mirage. You can see the head of Cliffjumper ends about almost the top of the Autobot logo on Mirage, and that is approximately 4 inches high from the ground, as Mirage is like 5 1/4 inches tall. So moving on to the second part of this, we're talking about the price point. Now he is pretty much a Legends class figure, slightly larger, just being sold at a Deluxe class price point. Now you're paying $20 for this figure, whereas Legends class figures nowadays are about $10 when they came out. So you're paying double your money for a figure roughly the same size, but you are getting a lot more articulation plus more accessories. Whereas, like I said, Legends class figures pretty much came with nothing but the figure itself. This Cliffjumpers don't come with weapons that can combine to form one long cannon, like he had in More Than Meets the Eye when he tried to shoot Megatron. He had him dead in the center in his sights, and he still missed him. Or he also comes with water skis so he can surf. And it's like the hydrofoils they had in the one episode and stuff. So he's got accessories. So you're getting extra plastic. So a la the leader class figures where you get a Voyager class with tons of little accessories to make another price point. You're getting the same thing here with this Cliffjumper. Now he is larger than your Legends. So $20. I mean, you get a lot more articulation out of this figure. A lot more stuff you can do with it. Posability. There's a lot more engineering that has gone into this figure, so that's pretty much probably what you're paying for. And I'm going to try this out at the start, buy this figure, and we'll just see how he scales, and we'll see how if it's really worth the extra $10 you're paying to get this figure. On to the third thing people talk about on this figure is that he's a parts former. The back of his vehicle comes off in transformation and then can reattach once he's in robot mode. He also can hold it in his hand and have it like a shield or something he can batter somebody with. People don't like that. There's a lot of people who don't like parts forming. I don't care if he parts forms or not. If the whole figure dissected and then reassembled, I wouldn't like it. Now, if it made a good robot mode and a good vehicle mode, I might still be all in it. But then I might just double dip and just keep one each mode, so I don't have to sit there and break it all apart. The biggest part with parts formers is that they then develop pieces that you can lose. Now, nowadays it's not so bad as it was back in G1. If you had G1 Omega Supreme, he was a big time parts former. And if you lost any of those little yellow clips that you put on the back of his legs, then you're screwed on parts of that. You're like, I gotta buy new ones. And if you don't like parts forming, that's your whole thing, and that's good for you. You buy what you enjoy. Do what you enjoy. I'm not knocking anybody who hates parts forming. Hate it to your heart's content. It does not bother me. So I'm still in on this figure, whether he parts forms or not. Now, my other thing is, does this open up the possibility for future redos of past Legend Scale Transformers? And I know there's some Legend Scale Transformers I would like to see them redo. I could probably name off a whole lot of them. Definitely a Power Glide and a Warpath. Now in the cartoons, Warpath and Power Glide are actually shown to be more carbot height. And I would like to see them done in a larger scale Legends, or you can say a small scale deluxe. Make them like Prowl size, but slightly smaller, especially Power Glide. Even looking at your Legends class figures now, and you have Combined Wars Power Glide set next to Power the Prime's Beachcomber, you'll notice a big difference in design. Beachcomber is designed to be more stocky. He's built wider, whereas Power Glide is a scrawny little thing. Looks really good. Really, he doesn't really match. Same goes for the Warpath. He's just the Megatron redone. I like to have an actual G1 recall, or no, go back to that G1 look for Warpath. I like to get a new Legends Huffer, Pipes, Gears. Swerve I'm not too fussed on. The other one is perfectly fine with me. But Gears, I never really cared for it. I liked it, but it just seemed, he looked, when in robot mode, his head and thing, he just reminded me of a Brawn almost. I did get the Mech Fans Toys Huffer, right? I think it was Haiku and Engineer, to fit in this to replace those. But now they're going to be out of scale with the current Cliffjumper when he comes out. So I'm like, you know, I got this for this, but now they're out again. So I'm a scale freak, and that's one thing that bugs me. And some people probably don't care. So that's like me with parts forming. Everybody to each their own. Well, I'd see them redo the Legends class, and I hope they do revisit some of them. Definitely. I just hope that this Cliffjumper doesn't just throw it all out the window to where you just have to start over. And if that's the case, yeah. Is Earthrise Cliffjumper on your most wanted list for the upcoming Earthrise figures? You can let me know down in the comments below. And I want to say thanks for watching this video. I will do more talking bots on the other Earthrise figures that are coming out. We got Wheeljack, Hoist, Optimus Prime, Starscream, lots of figures we know about, and we'll talk about them here at Talking Bots. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Until the next one, peace out.